Okay, so my Head Start was Pickens Head Start, so I did Pickens County. These pictures are some of the things that you can find in Pickens County. I love getting to ride through the backwoods. That was like my favorite part of Pickens. It was so nice in the morning because I didn't have to go through easily traffic, which was amazing. And I've always loved going in the quote unquote backwoods, I guess you could call it. There weren't a lot of cars really. And another thing I did was I always made it a point to go through downtown Pickens because it was so cute. I loved going by the train tracks every day. No matter how long it took, I always went that way. So I didn't put the downtown part of Pickens in the PowerPoint because it's not very, I didn't see it as family friendly. I saw it as adult friendly because of it had shops and stuff, and kids do not like to go shopping. I know I didn't when I was younger. Even though I am a girl and girls are supposed to like it. Um, so I got to know Pickens really well by going through the backwoods and stuff like that. I always tried to take a new route. Um, until I figured out the way that I like to go, which was kind of interesting. The first way I went actually was through the absolute middle of nowhere, and it kind of freaked kind of freaked me and Maya out because we didn't know if we were going to the right place and took forever to find our Head Start. But I love Pickens so much, and I think it's really cool that there's so many people that you would never realize were there, but they are because they're just spread out a lot. um, so I also got to know Pickens really well because had it. I was in Pickens for at the elementary school for another field placement, which is actually really coincidentally funny that happened. So I got to go to a lot of different areas of Pickens, which was fun. So these are some things that you can do in Pickens. The picture on the left is one of the lakes you can fish on. I'm assuming it's for Table Rock State Park. The bottom right is downtown that I was talking about, and you can see clearly like there's literally nobody there, and it's so cute and so it's like maybe two roads, like it's so little. And then that's a map of Pickens County. Um, sorry, excuse me. So they have lakes to fish on. They have mountains to hike. Um, you can go walk downtown, and you can drive around on roads. My roommate is from Newberry, Ashland, and she taught me how to ride around because I can't do that around here in Polly's. So I thought that was fun to get to just ride around sometimes if I had time before I got there. So I went with this PowerPoint because I liked how it had this slide set up. I think it was really simple and good to have a slide for that. So there's 24 public schools actually in Pickens County, which I thought was a lot more than I would have ever imagined. There's also 93,000 humans, like around then. I think that number was from 2017, which was the last time that they checked it. And it's obviously one county, Pickens County, and three places that I'm going to go over that are some fun things to do in Pickens. And I guess you live in Pickens, so this is fun stuff for you to do. So this is called Haygood Mill. A fun fact is that my dad's middle name is Haygood, Hagood, which I thought was really fun. So me and my boyfriend actually went and visited this place, and we had so much fun. It was really cold that day, so it was like kind of windy, and we wanted to stay inside, so we didn't walk around as much as we probably should have, but it was so much fun. So they sell their another fun fact is that they sell their homemade grits to an expensive restaurant down in downtown in downtown Charleston, which is an hour and a half away from my house. So that's fun. And I'm pretty sure they sell it to a place called Hall's Chop House, which I think they have one in Greenville too. And we go there a lot, so that's a fun time. So I recently visited this place, like I said, and they have literally so much fun stuff to do. So you can go on a field trip there if you want to, or you can just go by yourself. While we were there, it was me and my boyfriend, and then there's like a group of maybe like Boy Scouts or something, and they were walking around. And looking at all the fun stuff. I think it was in their off season, so I think during the summer they have a lot more to do. And they host actual field trips. You can go and they show you how to make the grits. They have grits day that like they show you how to make it. They have a blacksmith day, like so much fun stuff. So these are the things that you can participate in. A tour of the Petroglyph Center, which I'll talk about next. A tour and exploration of the mill, which was really cool. It actually had, I think, 3 levels, and you could go and look out the window to see the big wheel that would turn, which you'll see in a minute. They had a blacksmith shop where they would actually do blacksmith stuff, so they'd actually make things in it a couple days out of the year. They had Earthside cooking, which I thought was pretty cool. They had archaeology adventures, so they taught you about all the old stuff that they found. They have early American artifacts, which is really cool. A weaving and sewing demo and activities, so they teach you how to sew. And basically, this is like a old-timey mill, and they teach you how to do things that they used to do forever ago. They have a quilting demo, which I thought was really fun, and I would definitely go back for that. A carving wood bowl demo, which my grandpa actually does for a living. He makes wooden bowls from things, and they also have a broom making demo, which is pretty cool, and carving stone demo. That would be a lot of fun to do. They have farming, gardening, gemology, moonshine still tour, reptile studies, nature trail, and a petting zoo. So they don't really have a petting zoo, not that we found when we were there, but they do have chickens that run around, so that was kind of fun to see. So this is the petroglyphs. They have a little building, and you can go in there and look at the petroglyphs, and I thought that was pretty cool, that these are things found around Pickens and stuff like that. I never thought that I'd find stuff like this in Pickens. So they dug up a piece of concrete out of the ground and put it in this little room, and they have like black lights and lights that show it differently, and they tell you all about it in informational video in the background, which was awesome. And then this is the mill site. So the picture on the right is the mill, and that's the big wheel that would dump the water in and spin and like generate power for everything. And the bottom left is also one. And then I believe the top left is the cotton gin, like the thing that would pick out the cotton through it's a machine to pick out the cotton, so the cotton gin, I think. I don't know if it's specifically the cotton gin or not. I kind of wish though that we had somebody to take us around and do that. So I may go back one day and have somebody take me on a actual tour around the place, because we didn't really get to do that. So the next place is Table Rock State Park. This is a lot of fun. I mean, Pickens has a lot of trails and stuff, so you really can do anything. You can go anywhere. You don't have to go to Table Rock State Park, but this is a big thing that most everybody knows about. So it's free admission. Oh, I forgot to talk about Haga Mill. Their admission is free unless you want to do a guided tour, like a field trip type thing, and it's only like $5 or something for a bunch of people. So, very easy, very, very cheap. So the suggested top 5 things to do back at Table Rock State Park now. Explore around the park. obviously. Go cool off in a stream, which I thought was cool that you could do that. You could probably go whitewater rafting and canoeing and stuff like that. Um, discover history along the way. So I guess they have little signs that you can go and look at and see what was there, hundreds of years ago. Um, and you can also in the lakes, paddle around on the lake in like a canoe or a kayak or fish. So I thought that was pretty fun that you could fish there, even though it's a state park, sometimes you can't do that. So another fun thing that the website mentioned was their Music on the Mountain concert, which is held on the second Saturday of each month from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. So obviously not right now because of coronavirus, but I think that this would be a really fun thing to do, to go hear their music on the top of the Table Rock State Park mountain. So there's a waterfall that you can go visit. That house in the middle is like the meeting place. I guess some history is there too. And then the lake is on the right. That's the address of it. You can fish, you can hike, you can explore. That's one of the mountains. I guess they could do Music on the Mountain there. There's the sign for it, and you can also do s'mores, which is always so much fun. Love s'mores. And so the last thing I have is Pickens County Library System. So I always loved the library system because like around here they used to do story time a lot, so I thought this would be a great thing that families could do. It's not just adults or not just kids. You can go together with your family and you can get books to read and look up fun things on the computers and stuff like that. So they offer a lot of events throughout the year to help with children's learning abilities, such as writing contests or reading aloud. So I hate writing, but I love writing contests. I think it's a lot of fun to be able to do that. So the picture on the right and the left is actually combined. If you combine it, that's what it used to look like hundreds of years ago. Not hundreds of years ago, but like a while ago. That's the address for it. And they actually have dogs come in and like animal support dogs. So children with learning disabilities can come in and have that support from dogs if they don't feel it from other humans. They can sit with a dog and read to a dog, which I think is awesome. There's no cost for it, obviously, unless you want to get a library card. And it's for all ages and would make a great field trip, I think. So some challenges I found with researching the list on here was finding websites. I had a lot of trouble trying to find specific websites for things that would be fun and family friendly and not just what I would want to do. Something that kids of all ages would want to do and grown-ups of all ages would want to do. I know it's hard for me and my family to find things to do because my dad is very picky. So another thing was finding places to go. So there were lists and lists and lists of things that you could do, but it was repeated over and over again. So there are no new fun things, little holes in the wall that I found. It would be so much better if they had a website called Holes in the Wall of Pickens County. I think that would be a lot more fun. Little general stores or shacks and stuff like that. So finding Head Starts is another thing because, they don't have websites. And then finding anything in general because Pickens has a lot in the middle of nowhere. So it's hard to get it all into one place. And lastly, I think this is a great project overall because it got me to see how the families view their counties and where they live. If you're new to the county, it might be very helpful for teachers and schools who have been there a while to show you fun things to do and how to stay connected with the community. This project made me think that when I become a teacher, I want to help the new families get adapted to the community. So I would, find fun things and make a list of holes in the wall for families to do so that they can get involved and stuff like that. I also learned that there are fun things to do in Pickens. Their research is hard work, and I also learned how families see the world. So thank you.